Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestle-Rama, where today we are going to be taking a look at this old wrestling magazine from Japan, cover by Bruiser Brody. I believe it's from July of 1988, which is the month Brody was murdered in Puerto Rico. So we're going to take a look at this. We're going to go through the magazine, the ads, and yes, everything is in Japanese. I can't translate it for you, sorry. But before we get into it, do want to encourage you to please check out our website, wrestlerama.com. Also, any social media outlets that you may use, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, you can find us there at Wrestle-Rama. So again, we're going to look at this Japanese wrestling magazine. Bruiser Brody is on the cover, July 1988. Let's dig into it. So it goes like this. This would be the back. So like if we looked at an American magazine, this would be the front. So we'll go this way. There's just an ad for some weightlifting equipment. Look at the old school. Look at the benches. Then we go over here. Oh wow, it's the Crush Gals. Legendary wrestlers: Chigusa Nagayo and Linus Asaka, Asuka. If you aren't familiar with them, I highly recommend you check out the Crush Gals. I know there's a ton of stuff on YouTube. Here's some. Oh, so no, this says 85. Okay, so maybe July of 85. I actually picked this up, believe it or not, at a flea market. This guy had this Japanese wrestling magazine, and I said, you know what? I think the people who follow Wrestle-Rama online would like going through this magazine. And there's Stan Hansen. That's a familiar face. Stan Hansen, another legend in Japan. If you follow our Facebook page, you see we put a lot of old school Hansen stuff up on the site. Hansen and Giant Baba. Great shot. There's another ad. If you're used to reading old American wrestling magazines, you know they were filled with ads. So I was really curious to see what ads would be in this Japanese wrestling magazine. And for some reason, they're selling a lot of binoculars. That must have been big in Japan. There's the machines. We remember the machines on the Giant Machine. If you're an old school WWF fan, the Giant Machine in what, 1986 was it? Any more familiar faces? So that says All Japan Photo a la carte. That's the Destroyer. And let me hear your comments. If you see any familiar faces, I'd love to hear your comments. I definitely cannot make out this writing. I'm sure if I use, oh, look, it's Killer Khan. I'm sure if we use Google Translate, but I don't know if I could do Google Translate while doing a live video. There's Killer Khan. Crusher Blackwell. Great shot of Khan and Blackwell down here. 1985 UWF official rulebook. Another Japanese ad. Look, Onita, if you're familiar with FMW, that's Onita. And I know I'm going through this backwards. I don't know what that's supposed to. Footsteps, somebody leaving. I'll have to use Google Translate and look at this later on. Here's some photos. There's Hogan. I think that's Hanson with the hat. Inoki. Brody. A lot of writing that we're not even going to. A lot of writing. There's some pictures. So again, for those joining in late, we're looking at this Japanese wrestling magazine. Bruiser Brody on the cover. Let's go this way now. That's Brody. Awesome shot of Brody coming through the crowd. He would tear through that crowd, swinging his chain. There's another ad for some weightlifting equipment. More on Bruiser Brody. Burning Spirit Summer is what it says. There's Brody, King Kong Bundy. Another shot of them down there, Brody and Bundy. So if this is July of 85, this would have been just a few months after Bundy was in WrestleMania 1. More Brody. Man, look at that. What talk about a dream match. And that caption says it all, violent collision. If those two ever met, they were a great tag team, Brody and Hanson. I watched the match the other day. This was after Brody was murdered. It was Stan Hansen and Danny Spivey against Steve Williams and Terry Gordy in Japan. Oh my God. All I could think about is what if Brody was still around and it was Hansen and Brody against Doc and Gordy. There's more Hansen and Brody. Violent collision. Indeed. Burning Spirit in Summer. There's Bundy and looking at the boots. I'm guessing that's Bad News Allen. Yep, here he is over here. Bad News Allen. Bundy. So I'm guessing these are the dates: July 8, July 13, July 21. I guess this is an ad for a knife. While we're looking through this, I do want to remind everybody to check us out online. Our website, rasselrama.com. That's RASSLERAMA. And any social media outlet that you use, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, you can find us at Rasselrama. Weekly Big Wrestler TV Guide. So I'm guessing this is where you could find wrestling on TV back in the day. Giant Baba. The anniversary of his death just passed, I believe, yesterday. Inoki. Fritz and Kevin Von Erich. There's Kerry Von Erich. Some mention of WWF down here. There's Brody, Baba. There's Hanson. So if this is from July, this magazine, July of 85, God, it's 40 years old. Who is this up here? Oh, the Funks. Dory and Terry Funk. What are these ads for? Tell me your guess. USA Express by Jimmy Suzuki. There's Rick Martel, Kerry Von Erich, Gino Hernandez, another great, gone too soon. And there's Wahoo McDaniel. So they had it's pretty neat. They had a couple of pages dedicated to what I'm guessing is the happenings of American wrestling. Journal and People. Shatter. And hey, if you dig looking through this old magazine, we do have a few other videos on our YouTube page where we go through old wrestling magazines, and these are old American wrestling magazines. We just posted one, maybe 1987 WWF magazine with Hulk Hogan on the cover. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you can see the other old wrestling magazines that we go through. And there is Mike Von Erich. Madison Square Garden. Is this a fold out? Or no, this page isn't connected. All right, so this is Madison Square Garden, Hulkamania. There's a guy with a Hulk Hogan action figure. Can I reach mine? Hold on real quick. He got that action figure. All right, there's the garden. Look at this shirt. It's Hulkamania, WWF. Hogan. More Hogan, of course. Hulkamania is running wild. That will be their centerfold. Just like if you remember, that's Ricky Choshu. Just like if you remember the old Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazines, they would have the centerfold. That is Road Warrior Animal. That is makeup. There's a drawing of the Road Warriors. Off Limits. And is this where, yeah, this is actually where we picked up from before. So this was the middle that we kind of got to. But that's it. We've looked through this whole magazine. I hope you enjoyed it. It's neat going back in time 40 years ago. You look at the weightlifting equipment, the punching bag, weight gainer, protein, forearm builder. So it was definitely cool looking back in time. I had to grab this magazine when I saw it. It was Brody in Japan. Huge fan of Brody. Well, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Again, check out the other videos on our YouTube channel. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and check us out online, WrestleRama.com. And wherever you do your social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, you can find us at WrestleRama. And until next time, guys, take care and see ya.